Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to go over a personal project of mine and just do a slight review of it. It's going to be covering a bit of hydronics, a bit of electrical work, as well as reviewing this Amantii Panorama Series 60-inch fireplace. This particular model was designed for 2x6 wall rough-in, and what was done here was, and we'll just zoom in closer here, is that framed out a 2x4 wall and then a 2x6 wall down here further. And I'll explain why we did that in a minute. But as you can see, the fireplace itself, it does look very modern, very minimalistic. You can see all of the crystal media that you can put in there. And the nice thing about this is you can use this controller that it comes with to cycle through various color changes. You can change the hues to a more orange, more white, more blue, lots of options, and you can have fun with all of those settings and make it to your own, right? As well as changing out the media. They give you lots of diamond jewel crusted ones, some blue ones, some larger crystal looking rocks, but ultimately it does turn out very, very interesting with the options you can go with. The nice option too is it also gives you a heat setting, because in this particular room that I'm in, there actually is no source of heat. So having this as an auxiliary form of heat, you can actually turn this on, and you can see right here it comes through the vents up here, as well as you actually have control over the heat or flame. So there's a bit of manual there. You can turn that on, turn that off, and so forth. So very nice. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. The Brickwork was a product called Quality Stone. You can buy it at most hardware stores, and they're actually simulation brick. It's not actual brick. It's kind of a foam-based, styrofoam-based, but it's very nice stuff to work with. You can use a miter saw, jigsaw to cut it, break it up, and interlock them. And they're all part of interlocking pieces, and several of them are very different to give you a very unique natural stone look. And it also comes in many colors as well. The mantle itself was custom made, as well as the cabinets, to allow a very minimalistic view with the TV, the fireplace, and everything else. We'll briefly look at the hydronic aspect of it. This is going to be related to the boiler that also will be showcased in future videos. But for now, I just wanted to show you here where the hydronic vents are. And we can zoom in and take off these panels. And pull these back and show you just basic baseboard copper rad coming up through the floor, and it actually goes through the wall all the way over and down to the back with access to it. So this will also help perform another source of heat, as well as there's other baseboard rads in this room as well. So just show you that, and that's going to be part of another video. But for now, it's also just to show you how nice and how elegant electric fireplaces can look, even though I'm a gas fitter by trade. And I do like gas fireplaces. At least you can change the colors, the tones are easier to install. You don't have to worry about venting, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of pros, a lot of cons as well. But for the most part, it's more so just for aesthetics. And with the primary source of heat being down the baseboard rads down below, this room will keep warm very well. You can see up here too, when building this wall, we did two pipe chases. One was meant to go to this cabinet, and I'll show you here. It's very minimalistic as well. And you can see the pipe chases are 2-inch ABS, and it just brings the HDMI cords and all the other cords down and high down here. This particular one actually is the cord for the actual fireplace. It's 120 volt power. and then we'll go over to the other one and see a little bit more beefed up version of the panels and the electrical power in here too. But once again, it keeps everything minimalistic. And also this junction box is all your digital cables, satellite, everything else that you can also eventually take, feed up through the ABS conduit and fish tape it and run it through here and bring it up to the TV. So at the end of the day, you don't have the wires that you're facing with to give it that nice minimalistic look. And you can also change it down the road too as well. So ultimately, that's what makes this this whole setup being able to evolve and change with the times. And that being said, if you ever need to upgrade equipment, you can do that, upgrade wires, change wires, without having to take things apart or change the overall cabinets or settings, or rip out stuff and upgrade stuff. It also is meant to stand the test of time, and hopefully it will. The nice thing about these electric fireplaces, just to run the stencils that you see in the background, has a small solenoid motor that basically just is very replaceable to actually give you a spare one in case it breaks down. And in some models, these stencils are replaceable to give you a different change in flame. Very happy with this overall. Like I say, I mean, there are changes sometimes you'll always do during the course of anything with construction. But if you guys are looking for fireplaces, gas fireplaces do have a certain value, but I guess you could say they more of a certain comfort feel. But with electric fireplaces, you can, as I said before, change the image of it so you're relaxing, and you can change the hues and colors and give you just that much more broader option. And you can play around with that to whatever mood you might be in. Gas fireplaces, you can't quite do that. And there is a bit more cost, especially with the install, as I said, with venting, running a gas line, as well as maintenance as well. Usually you should always have a certified gas fitter look at that, maintain those particular appliances on an annual basis. And sometimes it doesn't always happen. And of course, you do end up with issues with it not working. Whereas with the electric option, it gives you the aesthetic, and of course with the boiler heat underneath and in other places in this room, it shows you the ability to have both options, one either auxiliary or primary, or vice versa, depending on what you want to use and what your intentions are. So hopefully you enjoyed this brief summary of this personal project of mine. I wanted to go over more so to show you the value of sometimes putting in an electric fireplace versus gas. And as I said before, the pros and cons are simply this. You have a wide range of aesthetics you can easily change. It's more easier to install in certain places. Venting and also gas inlet piping is not even having to be a factor. And usually, depending on certain gas fireplaces, you need to run 120 volt power anyways. With this is all you need to run the small heater in it, which actually does heat up this very large 600 square foot room. But that's just my my personal opinion. Tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you guys later. Take care, everyone.